Spurs off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. 7-4 now for the Pelicans. Gordon is the 2 with Evans playing small forward. Davis and Asik patrol the paint. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Mark, you think of how much success the Spurs have had, and it's almost as if they can plug anyone in, and they are immediately on the same page and working as a unit.
Well, they make it look easy, but there's a lot of work that goes into that. They evaluate the players they bring in, wanting to fit them into a culture that already exists, and the continuity and consistency you get from the top down. Greg Popovich, Tim Duncan, and you've got those guys in place. Then you throw in Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker. Now you've got a group that you can win with for a long time, and they've done just that.
To the paint, here's Evans. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday.
Well, they just gave him 2 points. Defensively, you're going to have to tighten things up here. That's not a good sign.
Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. And good on the basket.
It is with the Spurs, as you said, a matter of anyone wearing their uniform has a complete understanding of what they need to do on offense or defense to win.
Now here is Holiday. Kicks to Gordon. It's Evans on the wing.
And you know, with the Spurs, I remember games last year where their stars were out or being rested, and they would still win games because of the strength of their reserves. And they didn't have to make adjustments as they marched through the playoffs. They basically kept on keeping on, doing what they had done all season.
Here's Holiday. After the basket by San Antonio. And the wide-open shot from Evans. Nails the 16-footer.
You know, he's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
Parker drives in. Got a piece of it. Shot is off. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. One player who's really on his mind in this matchup is Eric Gordon. He said of Gordon, he can shoot with deep range and has the strength and explosiveness to go by you if you overcommit and finish or get himself to the line. So he's just an underrated scorer in this league, and it's going to take a total team effort to slow him down. Kevin, we'll see how they do.
And thank you for that, Doris. Now here's Parker. Following the miss by Anthony Davis. Shoots the 3. Asik pulls it in. Davis with a screen on Leonard. Gordon kicks to Asik. Back to Gordon. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Holiday. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Spurs have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Parker outside. Pass to Green. Back to Parker. Here's the 3. And it's Parker again missing. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And Asik kicks to Holiday. He feeds it to Gordon. Passes it to Davis. Outside Holiday. And here's Gordon from outside. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Parker passes to Splitter. They set the pick. And the shot is good.
Well, it wasn't a textbook pick, but he still managed to score. Good concentration on the finish.
Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people questioned the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile, he can pass, he can defend, and even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play.
The Spurs have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Parker outside. He dishes it to Green. They set the pick. Nobody near Parker. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Parker's got 6.
And Splitter clearly, when you look at him offensively, is not a floor spacer. He's a guy who's going to finish inside. He's going to set solid screens. Even though he plays close to the basket, his field goal percentage dropped by almost 10% over the last couple of seasons. He was once superb in that area. Now he's just rock solid. And with the Spurs in his role, rock solid is good enough.
And here's Duncan following the 3 from Drew Holiday. Green. Splitter. That's good.
Splitter pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Holiday against Parker. Outside Holiday. Pocket 6. Now the dish to Evans. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game.
Splitter still shooting over 90% of his shots in the paint, but less effective down low. Injuries perhaps a factor. We'll see if he can bounce back.
Now here's Duncan. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Holiday, here we go. And he gets the bucket. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
All right, fans, get on your feet. Who wants a t-shirt?
Spurs trail by 3. Parker with it. He has 6. The drive by Duncan. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
That's his first personal foul.
Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. I mean, he's just a winner and a leader.
Shooting for San
He does it
Antonio.
in such a quiet fashion that
Duncan.
sometimes people
At
forget
the
to
line
take
for
notice.
2.
He misses the free throw.
And when I think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't even know if I have enough time, but one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated, and in many ways he can lead without saying a word.
So he comes up empty at the line.
You talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into him. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, he's hard on himself. He's pushed himself to become great.
And foul that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first
Well, you look at
personal
Drew
foul.
Holiday's shooting percentage last season, good across the board, but his rate of three-pointers and free throws
At the line for the
relatively
Pelicans.
low. If he can make those a bigger part of his
Drew
offensive
Holiday.
game plan, he could
2
really
shots.
take off.
And for Holiday, an excellent catch and shoot player, Clark from outside.
And that's really been a nice fit with the personnel in New Orleans. With other guards who work well with the ball in their hands, Holiday equally effective playing off the ball.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, going into last season, traded from the Sixers to the Pelicans in exchange for 2 first-round picks and a win-now move for the Pelicans, clearly. But he ended up only playing a little over 2 months after a stress fracture in his ankle.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And for Holiday, an All-Star in 2013, but Steve, he's still very young.
Yeah, just going into his 6th season in the league. Remember, he only played 1 year of college at UCLA, so still very young, still a lot of upside, very talented. He had a whole lot of space to get that shot off.
Yeah, I don't think the defender did a good job there of getting over the top of the screen.
Outside Holiday. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. Down low, Sheik kicks it out to Gordon. From downtown, they get it back. Spurs trail by 3. Parker with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Parker dishes to Green. Parker kicks to Duncan. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way. Ashik comes up with the rebound. Ashik's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Davis, the pass to Gordon. It's Evans on the wing, guarded by Green. Evans kicks to Davis. Back to Evans. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Ashik. San Antonio with the rebound. Davis with the bucket.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Parker outside. There's the feed to Green. Back to Parker. Parker left side. And that one goes long.
Really high quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Holiday goes in. Kicks it out to Gordon. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Evans. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Leonard. And Davis pulls it down.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Davis with a screen on Leonard. Evans dishes to Ashik. Leonard against Evans. Holiday with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
For 3.
And now it's an 8-point New Orleans lead.
Really showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Tyreek Evans signed and traded to the Pelicans last season with a big 4-year, $44 million contract. Pretty big vote of confidence for a guy whose minutes had gone down every year after his phenomenal rookie season.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. Salmons comes in for Tyreek Evans. Fredette, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Drew Holiday. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And last season, some issues between Tyreek Evans and Coach Monty Williams. By the trade deadline, even rumored the Pelicans looking to trade him.
Yeah, I kind of heard those rumblings.
Shooting for San Antonio.
Confusion about his role.
Duncan.
Williams said that it had been an adjustment.
2 shots.
Criticized his mid-range game. The wires got crossed up and tangled a little bit, and hopefully they'll be able to get on the same page going forward.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Davis is checked in. And the second free throw, good. Pelicans leading by 7. Now here's Rivers. Feeds it to Fredette. He kicks to Rivers. Now here is Fredette. Defense is right there. That's good.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
The Spurs have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Manu Ginobili on the way. Here's Mills. He's guarded by Rivers. From the arc. That's good from Ginobili. And the assist by Mills. Ginobili's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Rivers passes to Fredette. Dishes it to Rivers. And the pass to Salmons. Davis setting the pick for Salmons. And it's New Orleans scoring again. 1:05 left to play in the first quarter. Ginobili outside. Kicks to Mills. Launches it. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Now here's Rivers, covered by Mills. Salmons kicks to Davis. Back to Salmon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. Here's Davis. Anderson, a screen on Duncan. Here's Salmons. And easy 2 points on the layup. Salmons got his second bucket of the game to go.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Now here's Ginobili. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Clock at 4. That drops.
Manu
Ginobili's got 5.
Boy, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
Here's Fredette. And that one's good.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And we reached the end of the first. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
Hey yo, watch it, my dough. Sipping it slow, the pretty singing hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your olive oil. Little honey dip whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say. Swear to only give you half every day. Afraid of us, you know this ain't a game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous. Come on. This isn't serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. A flip on squad is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. Hold your breath, we swinging it from right to left. With the rock left, be hot to death. Staying alive, you know only the strongest survive. Holding my heat under my seat, whipping the fire. Baseline for all of my people moving around. Give me your pound, all of my holding it down. Cutting you up, the new rocking you up. My black hole, sucking you up. Back in the days, used to be down. Now when holding several money longer to count. Blaze the street and then I would just like to announce. Feeling my groove, my jigger jigger, making you bounce. Others is fair, me and my breaking the bread. Straight getting it, we got holding your head.
Pelicans leading by 7. Setting the 4 now for the Pelicans. Anderson and Davis, they're in the middle. Rivers out there with Jimmer Fredette. And it's Salmons in at the small forward. Fredette dishes to Davis. Rebounded by Manu Ginobili. And San Antonio shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Here's Mills. He's guarded by Rivers. Dial, the screen. And Ginobili. Here we go. An easy layup and coming off the pick. Ginobili's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Spurs.
Took some time, and fans might have been unsure for a while, but clearly the Pelicans have a direction for this team now, and I think they're a franchise on the rise.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good from Fredette on the assist from Ryan Anderson. Fredette's got 6 points.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here's Ginobili, and another basket for San Antonio.
And with the Pelicans getting a franchise big like the it's always helped. They're also active in acquiring talent to grow around.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans. For the Pelicans, getting young talent is one thing, and they want to make sure, Clark, that they got the right talent to fit alongside their stars.
Kevin, I really think sometimes the cohesiveness and the fitting of the parts is overlooked and undervalued, and the Pelicans are trying to make that a real priority. Not only do we want talent, but we want it to fit together nicely, and you got to give them kudos for that.
That's a good point. Evans passes to Holiday. There's the pick. Smith outside. Anderson a screen on Ginobili. Smith kicks to Holiday. From deep three-point range. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 13 points for Drew Holiday. Pass to Diaz. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And Parker, here we go. And another basket for San Antonio.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Holiday kicks to Evans. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. Orland's moving it around. Evans up top. He has 7. Anderson's shot is off.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful. Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Leonard with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Here's Diaw. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Superb assist there. Played the role of the maestro on that one.
Holiday dishes to Smith. Outside Holiday. From down in the low post, it goes. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Parker passes to Splitter, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
San Antonio
A
ball.
low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Diaw. Another one falls for San Antonio. New Orleans leading by 3. And Holiday kicks to Smith. Pass to Evans. Back to Smith. Leonard against Evans. Shot clock at 5. San Antonio with the rebound.
Boris Diaw was more aggressive looking for his offense last season, and he's got a lot of it. I thought he shot the ball extremely well. Excellent percentages both from the field, 2-point range, and long range.
Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Holiday up top, covered by Parker. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And that's now 17 points for Drew Holiday. And Diaw last season averaging around 9 points a game. That represented a major uptick in his score.
Ben, it's really not about his scoring either.
Splitter with the
He's a
shot.
guy who can beat you in a lot of different ways. Terrific passer, perfect in that San Antonio offense because of his ability to see the floor and pick the defense apart.
Holiday with it. He's picked up by Parker. And Holiday kicks to Smith. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Splitter dishes to Leonard. To the middle, here's Ginobili, and the powerful one-handed slam. There it is, guys, that old defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Outside Holiday. Smith on the wing. He feeds it to Anderson. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Spurs trail by 3. Passes to Ginobili. They double-team Ginobili. He dishes it to Diaw. Parker outside. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here.
Pelicans foul.
Boris Diaw, pretty unique player in the NBA. Came into the league as a passing point forward, but became a small forward and then really a 4. but he's a crafty passer, and he can score a little bit from the outside. Very difficult player to guard.
Shooting for San Antonio,
scoring approach
Boris Diaw.
where the points are coming from here for
2
New
shots.
Orleans.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
And the Spurs making a change here. Green's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Gordon's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. New Orleans gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Gentlemen, we all know that Manu Ginobili has had a terrific career playing mostly as a sixth man. Ginobili said, I don't think it was a big sacrifice. Maybe at first it was a little painful on the ego, but when I got in, all the plays were for me. I started to feel confident in that role. Now I enjoy it, and I don't even want to start. Kevin?
Doris, he puts pragmatism over ego. Thank you.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Holiday, the pass to Gordon. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. The dish to Holiday. Shoots it up. Can't get it to go. It's the Spurs taking it the other way. Stolen by Gordon. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Here's Holiday. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. Spurs trail by 3. Feet to Leonard. Off the pick. And he hits the jump shot.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Leonard against Evans. And Holiday kicks to Evans. San Antonio with the rebound. Splitter's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Leonard dishes to Splitter. He kicks it to Green. Diaw, the screen. Clock at 6. And it's Green missing.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
And it's Evans in the corner. Feeds to Ashe. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his second.
Omer Ashe in the poison pill year of his contract now, making about $15 million this season. That money scared off the
Shooting
Chicago
for
Bulls, but Houston
Omer
was
Ashe.
able to find a taker in the New Orleans
Taking
Pelicans.
2 shots.
And Ashik certainly a great defensive NBA center, Clark, but $15 million, that's a big chunk of change.
That is especially as cap conscious as teams are now under the new CBA. But he's in a contract year playing for his next contract now. If he does well, it's hard to believe, but his next contract might not be too far off from what he's making right now.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Splitter. And so Asik nails both of them.
Well, not everybody in Houston was happy when Dwight Howard chose to sign with the Rockets. Omer Ashe found himself out of a starting position and promptly requested a trade from the team. This offseason, he finally got that wish.
The game now all time. Green's got 5 now.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got in just enough room for the score.
Holiday, the pass to Asik. Kicks it out to Gordon. Dishes it to Evans. And it's Gordon penetrating. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green. You talk about Ashik's trade request, you know, after 2 seasons as a backup in Chicago, signed with the Rockets, thinking he'd be their starting center. And I think he is a starting caliber center in this league. Tough for him to take that step back into a reserve role. Sure. Green, another one falls for San Antonio.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
And Holiday, here we go.
been a nice game for Holiday. He has 17 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for San Antonio?
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Parker. Davis is checked in for the Pelicans. Salmons comes in for Tyreke Evans. And he can't hit the second. Now Mills. The pass to Bellinelli. Diaw, the screen. Shot from 12. The rebound by Anderson. And Ashik, when he demanded that trade, Clark, he sat out games and practices for a week in protest.
And Kevin, that could not have gone very well with the Rockets or his teammates, or helped his trade value. I mean, that was not the way to respond after averaging over $8 million a year on this contract.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Better show up and do your job.
Green kicks to Mills. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Bellinelli, defended by Anderson. And it's blocked by Anderson. Outside Gordon. And it's Salmons in the corner. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. San Antonio leading. 1:22 left here in the second. Diaw, the screen. Mills with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. And here's Mills. The baseline jam. And Diaw with the basket on the assist by Mills. Diaw's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Salmons dishes to Holiday. They set the pick. Kicks it to Gordon. It's blocked by Duncan. Mills with it. Screen by Duncan. Mills passes to Duncan. Pass to Mills. Puts it up from 12. And another basket for San Antonio.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Davis. He feeds it to Salmons. Holiday goes in. And that one's good. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Spurs lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Coach Popovich, a strong first half for you. Was the up-tempo pace part of the game plan?
Well, we've upped the pace. It's what we need to do because we're not as good a defensive team as we used to be, so something's got to give somewhere.
Pop, thanks for the time, guys.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. Pelicans trail by 3. Green teams with Leonard on the wings. Down low it's Duncan and Splitter. And it's Parker in at the point guard position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Gordon kicks to Ashik. 5 to shoot. one. Green with the block. They retain possession. Block shot's a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
And I think when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon, I mean, the numbers show that he was a phenomenal defensive player. 3,830 career blocks, two-time defensive player of the year. I think you put him alongside greats like Bill Russell, who played before blocks were actually recorded, of course, but you put Olajuwon up near Russell in terms of maybe greatest interior defenders of all time.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris. And that one's good.
You know, for a long time, people would think about the Spurs as a slow-it-down team, but we've had an explosive offense the past few seasons.
Gordon dishes to Evans. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Parker. Ashik, the pass to Gordon. From 13, another one falls for New Orleans.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here in the last few possessions.
There's the pick. Inside. They kick it out to Green. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Davis.
Well, Tim Duncan, when asked about his retirement plans right after the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
Tim Duncan.
And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write him off. And Steve, they keep proving him wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
He hits the second from the line.
You know, the Spurs culture, really an example for the entire league, and you have to give a lot of credit to head coach Greg Popovich. He demands accountability and execution while at the same time balancing that with a really great sense of humor and an authentic interest in his players as people, and that goes a long way. And he's got a great leadership team around him, his owner and the general manager. They've been a terrific trio for almost 2 decades now.
Parker kicks to Splitter. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Still Spurs ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 15.
And the wide open shot from Green.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this 3rd quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Evans dishes to Holiday. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Parker drives in. Passes it to Leonard. Duncan kicks to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Here's the screen. Loses his man off the screen and brings it up and in. Parker's got 12 points in the game. Coach Greg Popovich really gets to know his players and his coaches, Steve. The staff goes on a retreat every offseason where they hang out, watch tape, and brainstorm ideas.
Yeah, I actually attended one of those off-season retreats a few summers back, and it was fascinating watching tape with the entire staff, talking about their team. What a great experience.
Pelicans trail by 4. Outside Holiday. The dish now to Evans. For 3. Good. Hampered with injuries throughout his young career.
Well, you think about his first 4 seasons, he's missed almost half of his games, and we saw some of that in Indiana as well when he was in college. But hopefully he can find his health and be consistent in terms of his durability, because he is a terrific offensive weapon.
And there's the feed to Leonard. He dishes it to Green. Duncan outside. Back to Green. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Parker. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Parker's got 14 points.
And for Gordon, you know, I think the injuries have also held him back on the court. A steady decline in his scoring efficiency year after year since he came into the league. And this was a guy that had tremendous potential until the wheels started to go south. Strong, explosive, aggressive. And it's a shame that he's been hurt as much as he has the last few years.
And he gets it to go.
Drew Holiday.
24 points for Drew Holiday.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
Parker outside, and Green now, top of the key. He kicks to Leonard. Back to Green. Feeds it to Parker. Here's Leonard. That 3 off the mark.
And for Gordon last season, his three-point shooting bounced back, but his field goal percentage still in the low 40s. Injuries perhaps hampering the explosiveness that he showed in years past in terms of getting to the rim.
Here's Ashik, and good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points. Ashik's got 6. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, both teams playing well. Neither club able to pull away.
Green kicks to Parker. Parker left side. And Ashik sends it back. Wow! Evans against Green. Gordon the pass to Evans. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Dishes it to Gordon. Launches a 3. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Duncan high post. Davis is there. Duncan kicks to Leonard. Here's Splitter, and the layup is good.
Tiago Splitter with the shot.
Splitter's got 8 points.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch. Clark, more of the same. Get it inside.
Now here's Gordon. He's got 8. Here's Evans. No good on the triple. San Antonio's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammates run right into it. Well executed.
Shooting for San Antonio. Dial comes in for Splitter. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. And then for New Orleans, Fredette. He's checked in for Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Drew Holiday.
This New Orleans team is now in their second season as the Pelicans. The name, which was subject to some critique early on, has actually turned out to be nice for the franchise with a new group of players, new ownership, and it fits nicely into creating a new identity.
There's the bucket.
Jimmer Fredette.
Fredette's got 9 points.
For 3.
San Antonio trailing here. Parker kicks to Duncan. Parker, a screen on Evans. It's Ginobili with the drive.
Pelicans foul.
Manu Ginobili in the final year of his 2-year contract extension with the Spurs, Steve, and some speculate that he may retire after this season.
Yeah, fantastic career for Ginobili. You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just go away together, and this has nothing to do with the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too, from our partner there.
Anderson, he's checked in for New Orleans. And both free throws good for Ginobili. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Rivers against Parker. And he gets the bucket.
Austin Rivers.
And Ginobili certainly will go down in history as one of the all-time great 6 men, alongside the likes of John Havlicek, Kevin McHale early in his career. Throwing out some old school names for you young bucks.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that
Tyreek
the rebound
Evans.
totals are
Assisted.
almost identical.
Jimmer Fredette.
No separation there. Not yet anyway.
Parker dishes to Ginobili. There's the pass to Diaz. Kicks it to Parker. He feeds it to Duncan. Puts it up from 12. That is good.
Tim Duncan.
Duncan's got 6.
And Manu, a 2-time All-Star, won 3 NBA titles with the Spurs. An outstanding career for a player drafted 57th back in 1999.
The 3 from Fredette. Yes, and a
Jimmer
nice
Fredette.
assist from Evans. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Rivers against Parker. Leonard sets a screen for Ginobili. 6 to shoot. That's a 2 from Parker. That one off the back iron and out. Pelicans leading by 5. Evans goes in, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Tyreek Evans is an athletic slashing guard. He's really gifted at getting to the rim. But I think his outside shot,
Shooting for
the
New Orleans.
inconsistency of his
Tyreek
outside
Evans.
shot has
2
held him
shots.
back a bit. Ironically, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, but still lacks that touch from mid-range on field goal attempts.
That's good from Evans.
And Evans has worked diligently on his shooting. He had a bad habit of fading back on every jump shot early in his career, so he's tried to shoot with a more traditional motion.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard, and it's Mills in for Parker. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And Evans, over his career, has bounced around a little bit position-wise. He played point guard at Memphis and coming into the NBA, and then some small forward. What do you think his best position is?
I think he's one of those guys that probably is a playmaking small forward or 2-guard. He's got ball handling skills that allow him to make plays. He can score. He's strong. His wingspan allows him to play bigger than he is. But I think he's a playmaking 2 or 3.
Right wing. Davis setting the pick for Rivers. Evans outside. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Henderson. Rebounded by the Spurs. Diaw's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's stolen by Fredette. Now the pass to Rivers. Here's Fredette. 12 points for him. Davis kicks to Rivers. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back. Goes up again. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got his second bucket.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Now, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
And here's Mills from the arc. That falls nicely that time for Ginobili. Mills has got 8.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Rivers passes to Evans. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, the Pelicans last season tried to make a push for the playoffs, but a slew of injuries really held them back.
But even at full strength, Kevin, this team was fighting for the 8th seed, still young and developing. You've got to give this group time to grow because I think they've got some nice pieces.
Taking 2 shots.
And you talk about giving the Pelicans time to grow as a young team. Ownership not entirely content to do so. Remember, at the 2013 draft, they traded away the 6th pick and this year's draft pick in exchange for Drew Holiday. So that's a win-now move.
John Selmans, he's checked in for New Orleans. Smith comes in for Austin Rivers. And both free throws good for Tyreek Evans.
And even though Drew Holiday was an all-star in 2013, he's still in his early 20s, relatively young, really young. We'll see in time how that trade pans out on talent, but certainly for Holiday,
Pelicans
it's
foul
giving him a
call.
chance to grow with this young roster.
Ryan Anderson.
Checking out the game Tim
That's
Duncan
his
is
first
having.
personal
He has
foul.
8 points and a couple of great
Shooting for San
rejections.
Antonio.
So far, 2 blocks.
Tim Duncan.
He's anticipated the ball movement down
Two
low.
shots.
He's finding angles, and that's why he's able to go up there and really control that glass area with his shot blocks.
He's off on the first.
He's only got half of the equation right, Kevin. He's getting to the free throw line often, but he's not making enough of them.
Omer Asher. He's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And he's good on the second. New Orleans leading by 5. Now Fredette. He's got 12. Pass to Ashik. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Diaw. Diaw's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Mills with it. Fredette picks him up. Mills dishes to Duncan. Pass to Mills. 6 on the shot clock. It's stolen by Fredette. Here we go, one-on-one. A floater. Smith with the basket on the assist by Fredette. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Well, he found the open man on the perimeter and got the ball to him.
And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Duncan outside. And here's Mills from the arc. And the shot is good. Mills has got 6 points in the quarter.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
You gotta love the low-post offense. That was beautiful.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Out to the right wing. Here's Duncan. Goes up and lays it.
Tim Duncan.
Duncan's got 11 points.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Fredette with it. And it's good.
Spurs foul
Through
call.
contact, it's the
Tim
shot. He'll
Duncan.
go to the free throw line.
That's his second personal foul.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show
Shooting
what a
for
strong
New Orleans.
finisher he is.
Jimmer
The
Fredette.
Pelicans have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so
Shooting
making
one.
the most of their chances.
And this club shot 77% as a team last year. Good, not spectacular, but solid.
And that one falls for Fredette. And here is Ginobili. And again, it's San Antonio with a three. And we've reached the end of the third. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Well, it had to be this play, don't you think, Kevin? Sure, this is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that. Beautiful. Spurs trail by 4. So for New Orleans right now, Salmon's out there with Anderson. Then it's Omer Asher. Then there's Gordon. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. Splitter.
That is some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Salmon's no luck. San Antonio's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Mills with it. Green up on top. They set the pick. Splitter passes to Ginobili. Just 5 on the clock. To tie it up. He goes up again. Splitter, that's good. Splitter's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
Salmons dishes to Smith. Back to Salmons. Smith outside. From 12 feet out. That misses off the backboard. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. To take the lead, and there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Mills. And that's now 18 points for Ginobili. Smith outside. Passes it to Salmons. Smith up top, covered by Mills. The drive by Smith. Shot is blocked. They recover it. Lets it go from deep, and Gordon hits from deep. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Diaw, the screen. Ginobili kicks to Mills. Here's Splitter, and he banks in the lane. Splitter's got 6 here in this quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Anderson a screen on Ginobili. And it's Smith penetrating. Kicks it out to Gordon. Great D that time from Green.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Ginobili against Salmons. Here's Mills. Ginobili on the wing. Salmons covering. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room. And it's a 3-point Spurs lead. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Once again, Ginobili, beside age, and was a force off the bench for the Spurs. Just when you thought he was slowing down, he seemed to find new ways to score and contribute.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Patty Mills. And then for New Orleans, Davis is checked in for Anderson. Evans comes in for John Salmons. And it's Drew Holiday in for Smith. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Monty Williams was just going over the plan with his team. With the game still up for grabs, he simply told his guys, we're right there. Stay focused, execute, and get it done. Kevin, let's see how it plays out.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Here's Gordon. That's good.
Eric Gordon.
Gordon's got 10 points in just the second half. And Ginobili, Clark, when he's right, boy, he can do it all.
Yeah, he really can. Offensively, he can drive and shoot and create for others. He's an outstanding passer and a terrific defender.
Diaw, the screen. Green passes to Diaw. The dish now to Splitter. And Diaw kicks to Leonard. High post try. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Gordon kicks to Evans. Davis setting the pick for Evans. There's Gordon with the 3. The basket good on the assist from Evans. Evans has got 6 assists now in the game.
This guy's really flowing with his stroke right now. He hit one earlier, and now he has 3 in this half.
On the wing, Green. Into Diaw. And he gets the bucket. And the Spurs lead by 2.
How about the delivery in the lane? Just perfectly done.
Outside Holiday. The feed to Davis. Outside Gordon. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Boy, I'll tell you what, since the beginning of the fourth quarter, the three-point shot has really just been there for them. Everything's fallen.
Yeah, the touch from downtown is right on point.
offensive rebound. Splitter misses. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Evans dishes to Holiday. Back to Evans. He kicks it to Gordon. Feeds it to Evans. From the baseline. Again, the Pelicans score.
This has really become an intense ball game ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
Parker kicks to Diallo. Green left side. He dishes it to Parker. They kick it out to Green. Good on the triple.
Three-pointer.
Lazy defense. That's why the score is what it is right now.
Holiday against Parker. And Holiday, here we go. Evans passes to Ashik. In the corner, it's Gordon. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Green dishes to Parker. Back to Green. To the left side wing. Shoots from the corner. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Green. 16 points for Parker.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Evans kicks to Holiday. Holiday left side. That misses off the back.
After fighting back into it, they had a chance to tie this thing up.
Steve, I love it. They are not going away. They've brought it close right now.
San Antonio making a switch here. Duncan's checked in.
Tim Duncan.
Outside Holiday. Davis with a screen on Parker. Holiday the pass to Ashik. Parker against Holiday. Shot clock at 6. With the floater. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his third rebound tonight. Dishes it to Green. There's the screen. Back to Parker. The three. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Gordon dishes to Holiday. Back to Gordon. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
You know, that turnover right there isn't typical of the performance he's turned in today. In fact, that's his only turnover of the game. He's done a really good job taking care of the ball.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Parker kicks to Duncan. Outside Leonard. Parker, a screen on Evans. There's Green with the three. And he gets it going. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Evans kicks to Gordon to halt the run, and Leonard with the block. Now here's Green. Terrific design on the big play. He lays it in. And it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Nice work by Duncan to lay into that defender.
Davis setting the pick for Holiday. Kicks it to Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. 6 points for Anthony Davis.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And Parker, here we go. Good on the shot. Parker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Davis kicks to Holiday. Outside Gordon. And there's the pass to Davis. 5 on the clock. Here's Gordon. Green with the block. to Leonard. Outside, Green. Out to the right wing. And Parker gets it to go. The assist from Green. 20 points for Parker.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's got into a nice groove.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Davis. Holiday against Parker. Puts it up from 12. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
Shooting for New Orleans, Drew Holiday. 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So he comes up empty at the line. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
Leonard dishes to Green. .131 left in the fourth quarter. That's a 2 from Parker. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
1:25 left to play in the final quarter. Now Holiday. Davis with a screen on Parker. And Holiday kicks to Davis. The shot by Evans. Nobody around. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And that's now 21 points for Tyreke Evans. Parker passes to Green. There's the dish to Duncan. Pass to Parker. And another basket for San Antonio.
So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out in this clutch should be a nice win here for the Spurs.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
Depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Parker. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
But they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
Green dishes to Parker. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he gets it to go.
Eric Gordon.
And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back. Straight to the rack.
And an intentional foul right there.
Eric
Mono Ginobili.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution.
2 points here might be all the pushing they need.
Now you'd think so. I mean, this game is there for the taking.
Foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a
That's his first
7-point
personal
lead.
foul. Third team foul.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. New Orleans has gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now we've got the intentional
That's
foul.
his second personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their
At the
lead to
line for your
6.
Spurs, Manu.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Showing off a very smooth stroke at the free throw line right there.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 7. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Well, never say never, I guess. They just have no quit in them.
Man, I think you have to respect that attitude and approach. I know most teams would have called it a game already.
Hills with it. And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And now, down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game.
Well, Tony, congratulations on the victory tonight. You made a lot.